Good morning. Happy Thursday. I hope you've had a great week thus far. And if you're in the northern states battling the cold and the snow, I hope you're winning that battle. I myself am very thankful to finally see that snow. If it's going to be cold, you might as well have something to go play in. So anyway, I'm sure I'll get comments about that. Today I'd like to talk about taking time to behold God. And I've been reading Oswald Chambers. It's My Utmost for His Highest, and it's actually in today's language, so I can comprehend it. But I just was reading the devotional. It's called Transformed by Beholding, and it talks about beholding God and taking time to see His glory and just to gaze upon Him, to try and comprehend Him. That we'll never comprehend Him totally, but to take time and just to see this awesomeness and just to admire Him. And I'd just like to read a little snippet out of that. It starts with 2 Corinthians 3:18. It says, "We all with unveiled face, beholding as in a mirror the glory of the Lord, and being transformed into the same image." So when we behold Him and when we take time to walk as He's asked us to, and just take time and learn about Him, we do that in order so that we can reflect Him and win others to Christ, that people can see the Lord in us. See His light shining through us, and we give Him that opportunity to transform us into being more like Him. I'd just like to read a small snippet out of here and just touch on some verses. But it says, "The most important rule for us is to concentrate on keeping our lives open to God. Let everything else, including work, clothes, and food, be set aside. The busyness of things obscures our concentration on God. We must maintain a position of beholding Him, keeping our lives completely spiritual through and through. Let other things come and go as they will. Let other people criticize us as they will, but never allow anything to obscure the life that is hidden with Christ in God." Colossians 3:3. "Never let a hurried lifestyle disturb the relationship of abiding in Him. This is an easy thing to allow, but we must guard against it. The most difficult lesson of the Christian life is learning how to continue beholding as in a mirror the glory of the Lord." And I just thought, sometimes it's so important. Life is crazy sometimes. We might commit to a lot of things and have a lot of obligations and feel pulled to several different directions, but are we taking time to really behold who God is? Have we looked around to see the awesomeness of His creation, to understand His mercy and His grace? And like I said, we'll never fully comprehend that, but if we take time just to dwell on His awesomeness and just to reflect on that and just kind of take that all in, what a blessing it is to us, and then it helps us being transformed to His image. And to behold the glory of God, we got to start in Psalm, right? Psalm 19:1. "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims His handiwork." Now, we're not going to be bowing down to the creation, but the one who created it, and just admiring and appreciating the awesomeness of His creation and who He is that created that. Our very earth, our very universe. Psalm 63:1-4 says, "O God, You are my God. Earnestly I seek You. My soul thirsts for You. My flesh faints for You. As in a dry and weary land where there is no water, so I have looked upon You in the sanctuary, beholding Your power and glory. Because Your steadfast love is better than life, my lips will praise You. So I will bless You as long as I live. In Your name I will lift up my hands." And he understands, more than anything in this world, having God and knowing God means so much more than anything else that can even, nothing else can even compare. We need to long for Him. We need to know Him better. We need to desire that relationship with Him above everything else, and taking time to behold His power and His glory. And in 2 Corinthians 3:17-18, what Oswald Chambers was writing about, it says, "Now the Lord is Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom." And I love that verse, and that goes so well with our devotional on Tuesday. That we can experience true freedom to be ourselves when we let the Spirit of the Lord work in us. And in verse 18 it says, and we all with unveiled face, beholding the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from one degree of glory to another. For this comes from the Lord, who is the Spirit. And if we just take time to just behold Him and understand Him, and I know we're not going to ever totally understand God. I don't even know if in heaven we'll totally understand God, but it'll be an eternity trying to get to know more and more of Him. But, my prayer is each day, God, show me Your glory just as much as I can handle. Let me see just a little better glimpse of You. Let me see just a little bit more of You. And I pray with you today that we take time to truly behold God, to appreciate Him, to try and comprehend all that he is and the awesomeness that he just radiates, and that we are able to let him transform us through his Spirit into something that's more glorious, more like him, where he can transform us and let his light shine through us so others can see the glory of the Lord in us. I'm sure we will never get that perfect this side of heaven, but the more that we learn about God and the more we take time to understand him and appreciate him, the more we'll be able to reflect his glory. And I pray that you have a blessed day, you keep fighting the good fight, and today that you just take a few moments to behold the glory of God. God bless you. Lord willing, we'll see you Monday.